Hello, and welcome to Garblag Games Vostok's Chance. Hello, and welcome back to episode 9? I really should check these before I come. Of Vostok's Chance, the Garblag Games Scion game. In a moment, we'll go around, introduce ourselves, say who we are, what we're doing. But before we do that, please don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube if you're listening to the podcasts if you're listening to YouTube.
I'd say watching YouTube.
Watching YouTube.
I listen
yeah,
to YouTube.
one of them.
I'd say experiencing YouTube.
Okay, yeah, that covers both bases, yeah.
We also have things on Drive Through RPG and on Redbubble. So if you ever wanted a D&D 5th Ed character sheet throw pillow, now's your chance. If you also want things like D&D 5th Ed character sheet notepads and other things that may be marginally more sensible, you can also get those. But, then you're boring. Thank you once again to all our wonderful patrons who are paying for the growing mechanical spider above my head.
It's actually getting quite frightening.
It is getting a little intimidating. One of these days it's going to start moving.
There are 8 things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
One day it'll just be like Shelob above us, and then we won't realise, and then we'll be dead.
I'm going for GLaDOS.
Yeah. So, if we don't get a video out... Speaking of not getting video out, there won't be one in 2 weeks' time because I'm away. So, I don't know if these guys want to come and try and play the game without me, but it might be a little...
doing something else, but it's not confirmed.
Okay, cool. Great. So there may be something else in the place of this slot, which is...
Watch this space.
Brilliant. Great. Let's get started then. I'm Colin, and I'm the storyteller.
I'm John, and I play Maria, who is a Scion of Tech.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Lisa, Scion of Nezar.
I'm Dan, and I'm playing Edward, and I'm a Scion of Odin.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Herman, a Scion of Balder.
Team Norse.
Team Girls. Yay. Girl power.
No, Spice Girls is very 90s.
It is.
Yeah.
So,
Somehow
90s.
I don't imagine Maria appreciates the Spice Girls.
She does not.
Anyway, yes, so...
It does look a little bit like Victoria Beckham.
that picture does, yeah.
Yeah.
So, back in 1998, when we last left you, you had successfully got everyone out and proceeded to get arrested.
Only one person got arrested.
Only one person got arrested, yes. Ricky did a rather better job at playing nice with the police officers rather than, lying to them quite obviously. Just a little bit of lying. Just a little bit of you wish you had God's honest.
Yes. Damn you, Ricky.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that works when you're telling them that effectively, the sky is green, but something they can see is not true. But anyway, you didn't have it, so I didn't have to figure out how to deal with it.
So I got locked in jail.
So you got locked up for a bit. The rest of you guys, you were listening to tapes. You found the link between
Important discoveries were made.
almost certainly the Spider Lady and Vostok.
Vostok himself.
Mr. Vostok himself. And there were various other people on there. You also found a rather unusual looking Minotaur statue.
Yep, Herman's looking after it for me because he
Which
didn't
Herman
want it
is
in the
looking
same
after.
room as everything else.
So Herman has put it on his desk.
Facing away from me.
Hopefully
Facing
it's
away.
not a bomb.
Hopefully it is not a bomb. Hopefully you've not brought another bomb into
Something I think about many items.
Hey, you had kids.
Right. So,
And then we
You
went
went
to
to bed.
sleep.
you slept. The morning comes around. Herman, please make me a perception awareness roll.
Can we heal
Could I have some
lethal
dice,
damage?
please?
Oh, yeah.
Share mine.
Can we
Thank
heal
you.
lethal?
I don't know, can you?
Right.
I don't know.
Those of you on bashing damage can fully heal about 3 levels.
Well, I think I successfully flunked that perception awareness roll.
It's fine, it's early. You haven't had, like, tea,
I think
coffee,
you botched
orange
it.
juice yet.
Yep. My eyes fall out. Herman gets up and opens a window and falls out of it. The end. What a beautiful day! Yeah. How did he fall out of a 1-story bedroom? I don't know.
You don't fall out the window by opening the
Sleepwalking?
No. You are blissfully oblivious to anything being
The giant
notably
Minotaur in the corner.
untoward. Yes, you are blissfully ignorant to the Minotaur in the room. Except, the Minotaur that you left there, but, whatever. There's a Minotaur. It's
Small
where you left it.
and bronze.
It's small and made of bronze. Right, so you were on bashing, weren't you?
Lots of lethal.
No, you were on lots of bashing.
And, yeah, we didn't take any lethal that I was aware
You
of.
two were on a ton of bashing because you got smashed into
Oh,
each other
yeah.
at high speed.
I don't know.
You can hear 3 levels of that.
Excellent.
How much were you on?
I'm good. I didn't really take... I got
You got
stabbed a little
stabbed.
bit, but...
You took some.
Oh, no, wait, that...
Wrong coat sheet.
I have a spare.
They call it just spare set of health levels.
It's only 2 on here. I can't have soaked all of it. Did someone...
No.
Did someone
No, I
roll
think
me?
you soaked a good chunk of it.
No,
Cool.
we don't,
Anyway,
we don't have any
Okay.
healers.
So, 2 days for him.
cool.
Or,
Some.
by self-healing and get rid of it. Just saying. It is an option.
It's fine, I'll be slightly injured.
Okay.
I've had worse.
Probably.
Like last night.
Well,
Better than last night.
Better than last night.
What's happening?
It's fine.
What?
Just carry on.
Different game last night, not in-game last night.
What's going on?
It's cool.
Okay.
In-game last night, you were that injured.
Yes, exactly.
I presume you're talking about a different game in which you were horribly mauled.
Yeah,
But
that did
anyway.
happen this weekend.
Right. So, yeah. You wake up. You have had a night's rest. You have successfully rescued some people, probably depending on how much you trust the police. So as far as some of you are concerned, you have successfully rescued some people. You have a Minotaur statue. You have some tapes. What are you doing?
Well, I'm probably still asleep because I imagine that I do not really do mornings.
I also don't do mornings. But for very
Okay, what are you doing, Herman?
So Herman is downstairs.
I get about 5 o'clock for an apple and an orange juice before a 10 morning jog.
run. I don't imagine Herman running though. I imagine him like being one of those
Power walking.
you know the old ladies in the tracksuit power walking.
He's like 19, 20.
Yeah.
Rising up out
But-
on the street.
Yeah, you can do that if that's what you think.
I'll get up early. I'll have my apple and my orange juice, and I'll see if anyone else is about.
Seems that no one else is about because Vicky's not here.
So Edward was
Edward's-
still at the station?
I'm still in jail.
Edward was still in jail,
Fair
so
enough.
I've learned to play the harmonica really badly.
Not throwing a tennis ball against the... No.
Whilst I'd normally go for a quick jog or whatever, I don't really want to leave the motel with my Minotaur in the room, and if anyone were to come for the others, then
okay.
like stick around. So I'll just go and take in the fresh air on the balcony.
Balk.
Is it a single level? Is it?
It's a
Okay.
single level.
Fair enough.
It's a single level.
I'll go and take in the fresh air in the car park then.
Okay.
There's someone outside smoking.
You stab them.
There is someone outside smoking.
Nice.
I'm afraid the air is not quite as fresh as you would like. Oh well. you guys do eventually wake up, I'm
Yes,
presuming,
yes,
unless you're
so-
just going to tell me that your character sleeps through.
Yeah, no, I'm having a... No, yeah, definitely. Get
I'll
up,
set my alarm for
Get
half
dressed.
past apocalypse.
get rid of...
Here you go, guys.
whatever-
Real time sleeping.
Get rid of whatever got, like, wrecked last night and, like, hide it in the bin badly. And then come and meet... No, I'd probably go and knock for Herman, actually, and make sure that his room hasn't exploded in the night.
His room's locked. He doesn't immediately answer.
Okay, well, that's good, because it's still there.
Yes, his room is not obviously exploded.
Okay, in which case I will
I'd-
go and look for food.
And probably at some point spot Herman in.
Yeah, I'd be in reasonable view of
Vending
the
machine.
room. If you'd headed for my room, you'd probably have spotted me in the
Chocolate
car
bar
park.
for breakfast out of the vending machine.
Cool.
Classic.
That is very classy.
So what are we doing?
Good question.
Where are the others?
To sleeping.
Have you seen Edward? Do you think Ricky's still asleep? Should we wake him up? Have you seen Maria? Do you reckon she's still drinking?
Probably. Now, to the best of my knowledge, we know Edward's at the station now, don't
Yes,
we? Ricky
you-
came and
you-
told us.
But you know Edward's at the station. Whether Lisa
Totally
remembers
overheard
that.
you. Yeah,
Whether Lisa,
definitely.
Whether Lisa remembers that detail is
Maybe not straight away. Did the thing do anything? Have you got it?
It's still in my room. It's nothing special.
I saw that
about
your
it,
door
it's
hadn't
just-
exploded off the hinges and thought that it was probably not a bomb.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
So, Maria?
We can go and knock for her if you want. I'll let you do that. I'm not sure I want to be the one that gets the morning wrath.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, I think she'd probably enjoy your brand of wake up. I imagine you're pretty fairly cheerful.
Yeah, we'll go and make a nuisance of Maria.
Go and make a nuisance of Maria.
No, with Maria.
With Marie. Okay.
Morning!
Open the door. Do you know what time it is?
Yep, it's time to get up.
It's not even 12 o'clock.
Bar's open.
I'll get my jacket.
See, making friends.
Comes out with sunglasses on and a leather jacket. What are we doing then?
Well, we should probably find out where Edward is. I mean, I know where he was, supposedly, but do we think he's actually still there? Do you think we'll let him out?
No.
Why not?
Because this is America.
But he hasn't
and he's
really done
foreign.
anything.
Yeah, but he's America. He's foreign in America.
Yeah, but he's like fancy and stuff.
That's great. I don't particularly want to go to the police station.
Okay. Well,
I mean, did we even have a plan after we'd saved his wife?
sister
Sister. After we saved his sister.
and all the others.
Yay for us. Give us
Apart from
cookies and medals.
she
But
treats us-
what was our actual plan after we'd done that?
Well,
There's still the matter of my mother who's missing. Yes.
where was she?
At home with my father.
She's probably not here.
Yeah. So,
Do we get to go there?
what, to Finland?
That'd be cool.
I have no lead as to where she's ended up.
Well, we better go like track her and stuff then. We should start at her house.
It's probably a good idea. Can any of us track her from?
Do you know what we should do? We should give the stuff to the other guy who had the actual exploding statue, and we could give him the new statue as well as like a look. Sorry, we found you a thing, and we could give him the other stuff to take care of it because like it's probably safer with him than it is with us because he's pre-nails, and we're moving, and we might lose it because I would probably lose it. I mean, it's in my bag, but I might, might get stabbed or something. I don't like getting stabbed.
We can do. Are we teaming up with this with statue guy?
Well, we kind of were doing stuff to make him not hate us. And if he's against Vostok, and we've probably just pissed off Vostok by stealing his stolen people, then that might be a good idea.
Fair enough. It would give us a reasonably secure base of operations and...
Well, I don't know about going that far. I don't think he liked us that much. And his daughter certainly didn't. But, you know, he would probably be good to have on side. And he knows things. Probably.
Yeah.
More than I do anyway. Well, yeah.
We should probably wait for them to release Edward before we head anywhere, though.
Okay, should we phone them and ask if they're going to release him? We can go back to that payphone.
I don't know whether harassing
Maybe he'll
them
just
too.
like get let out by himself and he'll just turn up here in a taxi. That would be cool.
I think he'd probably call
I'm going
us
to look
when
around
he,
for a taxi.
I'm sure as soon as they release him and give him his phone back,
taxi
he'll
drives
give us a
past.
call.
He does not stop and release an Edward.
No.
So we should get some breakfast, is what you're saying.
What?
That's my summary of what you just said. We need to eat food.
Oh, I did that already. You want one?
I was thinking, there's a diner down there.
And like better discuss our plans and strategy with like the salt and pepper shakers and all the stuff because we can work out where people are and things. We can like make a plan.
And bacon.
Okay.
Pretty good idea.
So we need to call Edward. We should call Edward first. You can go do that and like get a table and stuff, and I'll call the station.
You can try. I'm not sure a phone call asking them to pretty please let our friend out is going to
Well, I wasn't going to say
make
that.
them inclined to let him out any earlier.
We can just try calling his phone and see if they gave him it back yet. I mean, you guys have phones, right?
Give it a try. Or do you want me to do it?
Well, I haven't got one.
Okay. I ring Edward's phone.
Goes to answer phone.
Oh, still answer phone. It's probably still in the locker somewhere.
Ricky will get up and be, visibly there. He hasn't
Around.
just mysteriously disappeared.
Wouldn't be surprised.
There has been a thing that's happened, but no, Ricky has not mysteriously disappeared. He is,
Or been kidnapped.
which at this point would look much the same as mysteriously disappearing.
Probably.
He is going to head down to the station. He's going to grab some food, head down to the station, and see if he can persuade them to let Edward go. Because,
Okay.
getting people
Cool.
together. To
Do
go
we
and do
have
stuff.
a contact number for Statue Guy?
Yes. I can't remember whether any of you gave him your numbers.
I didn't.
Well, no.
I didn't.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there, so actually, the one I'm looking at, I'm pretty sure you didn't, because you were just doing...
I don't think I have a phone, so...
Yeah, so if anyone did, it's Ricky. Okay, fine. Fine, whatever. I can work with it.
On the plus side, the time zone difference is less that way. We will not be waking him up.
I think he's an immortal demigod. I don't think he may sleep.
Yeah, but we don't want to piss him off.
May not sleep.
Why not? He's already pissed
I
off.
think you already covered that with the immortal demigod.
Nah, he's not the only one though, is he?
Do you know another one?
Oh, there's loads of gods and goddesses and their spawn and their...
I'm going to start looking
Herons
around and be like... Anyway, let's get you some bacon.
Did I say bacon? I meant bourbon. We will go to the diner to have
Meanwhile-
breakfast.
Go to the diner to have bourbon. For breakfast.
On my pancakes. Bourbony.
I mean, they're American pancakes. They would soak that up real nice.
Get some imitation American cheese on there. Oh,
That's so
Lather.
grim.
like bourbon cheesecakes.
No.
Anyway. Anyway, yes. You wake up.
And I'm in jail. I'm playing a harmonica badly.
Do
It's
not
like...
collect 200.
Like that, you know, you do a kid when you breathe in and out in it and just make loads of random noise. That's what I'm doing. I'm just being a little bit annoying.
It's
to be
been
honest.
really annoying.
Yeah. I've taken objection to being arrested after saving people's lives.
Kill them all, Dan.
Not quite Edward's style.
The only way to be sure.
You're not there.
I'm the voice in his head. You can't escape me.
Anyway, yeah, so just playing the harmonica badly and waiting to be released from jail.
Excuse me. Right, so, yes. You will eventually be released, probably about sort of 10 o'clock or so. They are going to get around to releasing you. Your lawyer will have turned up and be talking to people about... between your lawyer and Ricky's sweet talking of the police, they do agree to let you go.
As long as you stay in town.
Which I'm not going to do.
And yeah, they're still talking to people around that. We've probably actually by this point had enough time for about as you're being released. So Ricky's staying there and talking to people. As you are being released, a tinted an SUV with tinted windows pulls up.
Run away!
And in very short order, lots of familiar faces pile out of it. Who are all the people who you met at the kind of fake stage hotel place.
Oh,
Whose family members and significant others you have just rescued.
excellent. They're going to come walking in, are they?
They yes. There's quite a hurried bundling in of people.
Excellent. This is fantastic. See, we did a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, go team.
Yes.
Right. Edward suddenly feels a little bit better about himself. He's still obviously stinking because he hasn't had a shower or got changed yet. But he's feeling a little bit better about himself all of a sudden. See all these people that look happy that their loved ones have been rescued.
Really?
Probably
Maybe not.
There's more nervousness than anything else because they haven't actually seen them yet, and Donna isn't there.
Miss Beers isn't there.
Miss Beers is not there. Chichitra is not there because you left her in New York.
Yeah.
But Simon, Chael, Daliana, and Kanuna are there. Kanuna's grinning at you like he's really quite obviously very happy.
Give him a little thumbs up.
Daliana kind of just gives you a nod and doesn't stop.
Yeah.
She's just going straight in.
Because hers is the little boy,
Is the
isn't
little
it?
boy.
Yeah. That is completely understandable. The angry makeup man.
The angry makeup, the big sort of the angry makeup man who was the sort of bodybuilder looking guy, blonde hair. He's walking in with the slightly older Hispanic guy, Chael, the guy whose mother you had in the boat. They're kind of walking in together again. They give you a nod. There's something slightly unsettled there, but yeah.
Oh, excellent.
It's like, thanks, but I'm not sure if this was a good thing.
Taking our loved ones out of danger had to be a good thing.
Yeah, but how did they get there?
Well, I'm guessing that they were being blackmailed by Vostok, so I'm guessing that they know Vostok had something to do with it. Well, yeah, they obviously kidnapped their family and whatnot. Now they've got to go into witness protection or something. I don't know.
Good luck with that.
That's nice.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's above my pay grade. Anyway, yes. I asked about my sister.
Oh yeah, she'll also be released. Although she's probably going to head off with the consulate lawyer because she just wants to go home at this point.
Yeah. I actually used my also another phone call to call some friends of mine from the military.
Okay.
And they're coming on the private jet to pick her up. So, because my family's rich, so I don't care about these things.
If you've got it.
Yes. No, it's more to the point that I want her out of the country under the radar, so it's not a chartered flight, shall we say. And these friends are ex-military with some, not shady pasts, but less than... they owe me one, basically.
Some people who can get stuff done.
Yes.
That's not a problem. You can...
And the consulate lawyer will know this and will probably take her to the unmarked airfield and have her removed from the country. I don't trust anybody now, so
If you've got an unmarked airfield, can you get us to Finland?
Well,
It's
I don't know that's the plan
right.
yet. I haven't got to.
It's not an unmarked airfield. They'll be flying into the local airfield in a smallish, small sort of prop plane.
Yeah.
A couple of guys you knew.
That was the general gist.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys I know and trust who can get her in and out without anybody else knowing.
We need to a slightly shady past where they're arrested for a crime they didn't commit.
I was totally going there. Yep.
But yes, anyway, so I just
The B team.
I just briefly I briefly explained to her like that's what's going to happen and that's where she's being taken.
You've arranged for her to get
back to England.
Yep.
Back to the jolly old Isles. Safe and sound. And then I thank Ricky for helping me to get out.
Yeah. So yeah, Ricky's staying there to sort out stuff with the police and sort of help them. Officially, to help them with their investigation. Slightly less officially, to make sure their investigation doesn't go anywhere he thinks it should.
Well played, Ricky. I will then, in which case, probably get out of there as soon as possible, not to overstay my welcome, and exactly that once I've
go and have a shower.
Yes, but more also
7 missed calls.
Yeah, but also not to get them a little bit annoyed, so they want to throw me back inside because I'm not.
Yeah, you have some missed calls.
Yeah,
mostly from Herman.
I'll catch up with them in a minute. So yeah, I go have a shower and I have a shower. And get cleaned up.
Go and have a shower. Okay. Cool. You guys have had time to have breakfast by this point.
Mm-hmm.
While that
Are you
is
still injured?
going on... Yes, she is still injured. While that is going on...
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, she's still injured.
We should probably go to like a doctor or something.
You have a doctor in your team.
Yeah, but like one with medical supplies.
That I don't have.
So you're about to say one with a medical license.
I mean,
I've been playing the new Borderlands DLC.
I didn't lose my medical license for nothing. But no, seriously, we should probably take you to see a doctor.
Okay.
While that's going on, you get a phone call.
Do you have health insurance?
It's probably actually while you're having breakfast.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Second breakfast.
Yeah, okay, second breakfast because it's not your apple and...
Calm down, Pippin.
It's not your apple and orange juice. Yep. Yeah. It is Sylvie.
Hi, Sylvie.
Hi. Right. So to get back to you, I haven't woken you up, have I? I'm not quite sure where you are.
No. Been away for a while. It's no problem with that.
Good. Right. Best we can tell, your mother's out of the country. We had a chat with one of my friends had a chat with the police officer looking into the whole thing, and he's pretty sure there was at least one other car there, but too much. No one wants to look into the details because they've got an easy answer, or most of an easy answer. They just can't find a body. But we're pretty sure he followed the trail. That is my friend, not the police officer. Followed that trail of that car, or at least best he can figure out. Did. I mean, he's pretty good, but he's not a specialist. We think he took it to private airfields from there. I can only assume out the country. Probably, well, weren't able to track it further. We're going to go and try and talk to the people at the airfield today. On their way now, on our way there now, at least. Well, no, some of them are. I need to finish not looking like I've just been run over by a combine harvester.
What's happened?
I told you we were hunting a bloody huge Titan-infested boar, right?
Yeah.
We found it.
Oh, okay.
We found it. It came off worse.
Glad to hear it. Still got a few blows in though.
Yeah, I might have walked into its ambush.
Who's he talking to?
But
Thanks for the updates, and hope you mend up soon.
I'll be alright in a day or so. Just knackered more than anything right now. Anyway, I'll let you know when we've got more. Hopefully in a few hours. Other than that, it's going to be a case of well, I don't know really. Wait till somebody tries to get a ransom, I suppose, maybe something like that.
Find out what you can and let me know. Thanks for all your help on this.
Alright, well, I'll see. I'll let you know when the others come back with something.
Okay.
See ya.
Who's that?
That's my friend who's looking into the disappearance of my mother.
Have they found anything?
They're on their way to the airfield where they were last tracked to.
Okay.
See if they can work out where the plane went from there. Probably out of the country.
Oh.
No trip to Finland then.
When this is over, I'll invite you all back to my house.
Cool.
In Finland.
Hopefully with your mum.
Yes.
So, what do we do now?
Well, we go on the run. When in doubt, head for the border. I mean the Canadian border, not the Mexican border.
Okay.
I mean,
Should we take the others?
well, yes. But my advice
you
is
mean
to
like
get as
now?
far away from this as possible. Now everyone's safe, apart from his mother. We should just leave the country. And then when he finds his mother, we can come back and have a look for her.
Still looking out the window for taxis.
You see Edward jog past.
Hey!
At this point, I haven't had a shower, so I'm going to just be like,
He's got a hat. And he needs a hug.
Well, go on then. That's your thing. Go on.
No, he's still all like sticky and stuff from last night.
Man needs a hug.
Oh,
I think he's saying he
maybe-
needs to buy a new hat.
He needs to buy a new hat, and his sweatshirt's itchy. Oh, he's gonna go.
He went,
He went.
okay.
I'm proud
Well,
of us.
we should get him something for breakfast and like go and meet him back at the...
I hear that American imitation cheese is very popular. Oh dear.
Why are you like this?
No, just, bitterness and hate.
Okay, good. Good talk. Yep. Should we go?
Go where?
Somewhere that's not here?
Canada. That's my suggestion.
Okay, but I meant more immediately kind of like back to get our stuff and clear out.
Oh, you mean for the hotels? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let's pack up and wait for Edward.
And we will do just that. We will pack away
What are you doing with your Minotaur statue?
Packing it away.
Wrapping it in a t-shirt and stowing it in a case.
I came in like a man.
Does the Minotaur object?
The Minotaur does not immediately object.
You gotta keep him all snug and safe, otherwise he might get dented or something. That'd be bad. Statue guy's not gonna want a dented statue.
His name is Neville.
No, it isn't.
Named it. Neville the Minotaur.
Oh, the might. Right, okay.
At this point, Edward comes back in, looking fresh as a daisy.
Hey!
Hi, what's happened? Fill me in.
Well, you didn't turn up, and then Ricky went to go and talk to the people at the station, and we found a statue.
Not a lot, basically.
A statue?
Yeah, Kevin's looking after it.
Bronze Minotaur statue.
Where did you find that?
It was
Yes.
in the street.
So you picked up a random statue.
Well, I couldn't just
Minotaur
leave
statue
him
on the
there.
street.
It was lonely.
I mean, I wasn't there, but if I remember rightly, last time we were involved in a statue, something
It
terrible
blew up.
went wrong.
Well, maybe the cat was lonely. I don't know.
There's a cat.
Maybe it's
Where's the
worth
cat
something. Maybe we give the statue. Duh. I thought we could give it to the guy as like a sorry we blew up your house kind of a thing, and then he might like us
Do
a
you
bit more.
honestly believe the gentleman who got blown up by a statue that we left in his house is going to accept another statue from us?
It's a different one.
So we have a look at it.
No,
I
I've seen it.
if
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
you haven't seen it? Herman, where's the
Okay,
thing?
hi. Unzip my suitcase.
Contact.
He's just
A
packed
cult roll.
everything perfectly.
I don't need to do an occult roll.
Statue.
Oh, you don't waste my life by not doing an occult roll.
All right, okay, I'll do an occult roll just for you, John. What else do I need to do for an occult roll?
Intelligence.
What are you trying to do? At the moment, what you've got,
recognise it.
it's a Minotaur statue.
I'm trying to see if there's anything.
It's a bomb.
What culture created it? How was it carved?
Greekish?
It's Greekish. It's cast.
I'm trying to see if it's genuinely like got any sort of
If it's
A
actually
cult.
old, or
yeah,
if it's
occultness
just
to
like
it, as it were. Is it?
Okay.
Cultness to it.
I
I rolled really well.
This statue has 7 occultness.
Intelligence and
That's not how
occult.
it works.
I got 2, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Oh wow, I got 4. Yeah.
I
It's-
was
it's-
waiting for you to say I got 6.
I know I got 5.
occultists.
I got 5 successes.
It is a level 6 statue of occultness.
Ma.
On the occult scale, it's a level 6.
Excellent.
No, right. Okay, yeah, it is a. It is a statue of Minotaur. It's appears to be cast bronze.
He's kind of cute. I like his nose.
It is a. It is in a Greek style, but the metal. It's clearly not ancient. The metal is far too well preserved. There is definitely something odd about the design.
Plus, he reminds me of that poem.
A poem about a minotaur.
No, I think it was about a bull, but... Well, no, actually, it was about an owl and a pussy cat, but there was a bull, or was it a pig? I can't remember.
Not sure what's happening.
I shall activate the unlidded eye to see if this has any magical properties.
Okay. Trying to think what I was doing. So, intelligence cult, you would definitely kind of be aware that these kinds of statues would be could be sort of enchanted as guardian spirits, that kind of thing, or
Highly sought after collectibles.
Tat.
if you're collecting that kind of thing. The fact that this is quite a new sort of replica Yeah, it's pretty well made. I mean, it's very, very nice.
I've activated the unlidded eye.
How many successes?
5 successes.
Matters that much. Just yes, no. Yes, it is. Yes, it is definitely magical.
Can I see, like, is it, like, really powerful or, like, partially powerful? Or?
It's reasonably powerful. It's definitely at a power level 9,000 around at least equal to your magic the items you currently each have.
Ooh.
So it's a relic?
So I'm going to just relay that to the group. I've got kind of glazed over eyes right now. I'm going to say this item is...
Whoa, that is cool! How did you do that?
Very cool. However, this item is magical. Could be a relic of a god, potentially. I mean, it gives off the same aura as my item on my arm.
An item on your arm?
Similar aura. It's not the same.
And I lift up my shirt and you see the...
5 successes. It is not a relic. It seems to have. It certainly has power of its own, but it's not. There's something. Let me have a look.
I'm just trying to ascertain if it's going to grow into a real minotaur and eat us.
I like him.
yes.
I think we should call him Joe.
I thought he was called Neville.
I thought it was. Oh, that was OC. This is OC. OC, his name's Neville. His in-character name is Joe.
Magic and supernatural powers. Yeah. Okay. There is something about it that seems more alive than inanimate.
Similar to my wolf.
Actually, similar to your wolf amulet, but if anything, slightly more so. More alive than your wolf amulet currently is.
So I'm going to look at my amulet. Look back. Look at my amulet. Look back. I think this is alive, or potentially has the power to be alive. I'm not entirely sure how it all works.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure. I want to put it back in my suitcase.
I'll have him.
Well,
Hi, Joe. I don't know if you have a name, but I'm going to call you Joe.
maybe.
It looks at you.
Wicked.
Is it actually...
It's giving up. It's giving up the pretense of I'm a statue.
Yeah. Well,
So
that was-
do we see it like
No,
move?
you all see it just kind of turns around perfectly smoothly. Just
I step backwards.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, basically. And also my hand is currently on my hip towards my spear because I'm
towards your statue.
towards my statuette, which
What
is clearly
were you
everybody in this room
doing
knows is a spear.
in the street? You could have got stepped on. You could have got peed on.
Don't make
Like,
friends with it. It's
why not?
a weirdo.
Don't make enemies with
Says
it.
you. You're a weirdo.
Oh dear.
It
See, you've offended him.
Oh, I don't care. Have you ever met the Greeks? They're bloody animals.
it gives you the finger.
See? Rude little bastard.
Oh yeah, leave him alone.
Well, what does it want?
I don't know.
What do you want, small, weird thing?
This is Joe, unless he already has a name.
Alright, Joe.
It rolls its eyes.
Why are you here, Joe?
Kind of gestures.
Us?
Either he's here to kill us all, or he's our new guardian.
I don't like either of those two options.
Are you friendly?
Of course he is. Look at him. Unless you're Maria.
He's not so sure.
Yes.
I like him.
Points at pose.
I like him.
I don't like the ambiguity in your answer there. Are you friend or foe? Nod yes for friend, no for foe. That's looking like a no.
Okay, no, wait. Because, like, when we first met...
Kind of looks at you.
When we first met,
Yes, yes, he's a friend.
you know, we didn't like each other instantly. I think that's fair for a bit of hesitation. I'm totally defending him.
Okay, well,
You have to feed it. You have to look after it and
Cool.
train it.
Do you
And
like
if it
vodka?
dies, you'll bury it.
You're not gonna die. It's made of metal.
I don't know. Could die in a fire. Could accidentally.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
What do metal minotaurs even eat?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Gravel. I don't know. It's a minotaur. Could eat babies for all we know.
Kind of gestures. It's like.
Babies would be bigger than. How tall is he? Like
Yeah.
about
yeah,
12 inches.
Yeah. A bit less. Sort of 9-inch tall. 9
Cool.
Something like that.
Awesome.
No. Gods are weird. They like weird stuff.
I don't
Could be
think,
cursed.
I don't think he's a god.
No. I mean, he must have been created by a god
He's not wrong.
or a titan.
Also,
Well, I like him.
Cool.
do you have a purpose? Us. Do you talk?
I'll keep an eye on us.
No.
Kill us to obliterate the enemies of you. Any of those answers.
Don't mind her. She's a bit intense.
Not intense. I'm a bundle of fun.
Definitely. Okay, well, we should probably still be kind of clearing out of here because
Yeah.
Trots over to your bag and starts kind of
Oh god.
pulling
Oh,
things.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It's sort of pulling out the tapes.
Yeah, maybe we should put those somewhere else.
Yeah, shall I put them in my case and you can...
Okay, cool. I'll do a swap.
You can have Joe in your case.
What are all these tapes?
I'll make some space for you.
We found them yesterday? Yesterday.
Yeah, they're from.
I'm sure this tape was about the same size as the mine. So
Look at his little hands.
It is. It's just about able to hold it.
what's on the tapes? Do we know?
I don't know. I
It's-
went to bed.
It says 12.
12.
Yeah, so some of them are VHS and some of them
That was
are
an audio tape.
And the audio ones, I went through and listened to some stuff, and we'll play it in the car because we should play it in the car.
We'll take the car.
Oh, or you can borrow my headphones.
Or you could just give me an abridged version of what's on it so that I don't have to listen to multiple
Did we
tapes.
decide what his name was?
Guessing it's not a mixtape.
You mean he who shall not be named?
Yeah, like the Shadow Man or whatever. You know, Big V.
I assume you mean Mr. Vostok.
Ruining it. Ruining it.
Apologies. I shall. Sorry.
Yes, he.
The big
and
V.
Okay, the big V.
The lady that we met by the lake.
If you want to call that a lady.
Yeah, she's having a chat with him on there. Well, I don't think it's on 12 actually. I think it might have been on 8. But yeah, one of them. I made a note on some stuff.
Okay. And I assume that the conversation was to do with.
I just shoved them all towards Herman to put in his bag, so I've got space for my new friend.
I place the tapes carefully in my bag.
Okay. So let's look at what we have here. We have tapes of potentially Mr. Vostok bossing around a huge spider thing. Is that a safe assumption this time?
Where are we right now? We're in the hotel. We're back at the hotel. Cool. Just like sitting in the diner, like, yeah, well, you know.
No, we must be in the hotel because
Yeah,
we have the
just-
Minotaur.
just-
So that's a safe assumption. At this moment in time, Mr. Vostok is suitably powerful enough to.
He hired her to do stuff. She
Yes.
was looking after things. There's also conversations of her talking to other people who thought that they were in charge and totally weren't, of dropping off deliveries to her.
I'm guessing those deliveries were probably the people we removed from her care yesterday.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think we've done a
Yeah.
good night's
But,
work.
like, what do we do with it? Who do we give it to? Exactly, which is why Statue Man. See? Yeah, probably no. Okay, so new plan. We're not giving Joe to the Statue Man. But we can give him those.
No offence to little Joe here. I find it a little bit coincidental that on the night that we tackle a spider, I find out Mr. Vostok is heavily involved in some very, very shady work that we now have a living Minotaur statue. Yes, I'm aware you're in the room, Joe. However, you can't blame me for saying it is not coincidental that you're here. Also, I trust nobody.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I trust you guys. Ish.
So we could just leave them here.
What, the tapes or Joe?
Joe?
No. Why?
I don't know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Just a random Minotaur. The gods don't give their gifts out willy-nilly. If this even is a gift from the gods.
Maybe someone's trying to help us.
Who knows a Greek god?
That was actually going to be my next question.
Statue man?
Hades, yeah.
Statue man. Yes, he... Well, yeah.
And he allegedly has a house full of toys, because that's why you got in trouble, because you nicked one of his daughter's toys.
I don't remember doing that.
Uh-huh.
Joe, have you been sent by... What's this gentleman's name?
What, Statue Man?
Yeah.
I can't remember, that's why I keep calling him that.
The statue man from New York. Have you been sent by him? Are you owned by a man who owns lots of statues like you?
He likes wildlife and stuff, and he has a daughter who's not really his daughter, and he's the son of the man whose hair's on fire.
Hades.
That one.
The little blonde statue is just having a bit of a giggle at that description.
No.
No? Okay, cool.
So
See,
it
so
isn't.
he's not his, so we don't have to give him back.
Cool.
How did you end up in the streets?
Points at his feet.
Fair enough.
He's got a bit of an attitude, isn't he?
Yes, I'm kind of tempted to tie him in a black bag and throw him off a cliff.
Nope, he's going in my bag, and he's going to be fine. And you'll have to throw me off the cliff.
It's not worth it.
Do you want to tempt her?
Right. First and foremost, however, I gave you my word that we would find your mother.
Yes, that is
Is your
certainly
sister
my
safe?
priority at the moment.
Yes, my sister's safe. She's going to be out of the country within the next few hours.
Oh, I wonder where she
There's a Minotaur poking its head out of the top of this bag.
Well, we planned to go to Finland, but apparently she's been moved from Finland.
Do we know?
We don't know where she is now.
The last place that we know that she was is a airfield, where we believe she was taken in a private plane, probably out of the country. So I have some friends there trying to ascertain where that plane might have flown to. But
Okay. So we don't know where she is. We don't know where Vostok is.
Mm.
My suggestion was we get out of the country for a bit. At least until we know where we need to go next.
The people that are involved in this, I think, are suitably powerful enough that they'd probably track us down no matter where we hid.
Well,
Hiding, I don't believe is any longer an option to us.
We've just kicked the anthill.
You don't need to hide, just leave the States.
Well,
or the spider hill.
if
Or the
this
spider web.
statue man is,
Hill.
I know, probably not our best friend. However, he's probably the only person with any sort
The enemy of my enemy might be okay.
Yes,
At least one of you has his business card. Do you want to look at it and see what it says his name is?
I quite like calling him Statue Man. I'm kind of getting into this big V and...
And the Statue Man.
Statue man.
That just sounds like some
I
kind
will
of
take a look at his business card.
Says Statue man.
Michael Alessandro.
At this moment in time, he was obviously considered powerful enough to be a challenge to Vostok. Safe assumption?
Yeah.
So there is some credence that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm not saying that we're going to be best buddies and tag teaming and all that. However, at this moment in time, he may have information that is useful. And also, he may also want some lackeys to do the hard work for him.
Yeah, but
Gives us more chances of getting into fights, Maria.
I'm not all about fights. I like to live as well.
Well, at this moment in time, I'm a man of my word, and I promised Herman that he would, if he assisted me and my sister, I would assist him.
Thank you.
At this moment in time,
Well, that should be our main focus, not
Hey,
going
Joe.
after Hades'
You only good at tracking.
son's stuff.
but
Okay, fair enough.
Mr.
Me neither.
Alessandro or Mr. Statue Man might have connections. He might be able to point us in the right direction. He certainly knew about the spider, didn't he? Or at least seemed to when he said
Isn't
follow
your
that thread.
dad the god of prophecy? Can't you just ask him?
I mean, I don't have his number. Apart from turning up once and going, "You are my son."
Also, that's totally cheating.
You do have the mystery purview that you haven't used yet.
I do. I don't know whether I should actually use it because I feel like I'll spoil the storyline.
Don't you have the mystery
You are a bit-
purview?
You are a bit of a loose thread. I'm perfectly fine with you. I have things that I can.
Right. Okay, I'm going to roll for Mystic. Let's go for it. What do I need to roll
Oh,
for?
exciting.
Let's have a look at the rules because.
Let's get this moving on a little
In,
bit.
in Dark Heresy, not Dark Heresy, in Deathwatch, this is called Wisdom of the Ancients.
I mean,
You spend a fate point and get a story thread.
that's essentially what I'm doing right now.
Exactly.
Mystery.
He was on number 8.
He's number 8.
What?
Vostok.
Big V.
Big V was on number 8.
Yes. Intelligence and mystery.
Right,
Without
yeah.
adding bonus successes from epics. So just straight intelligence and mystery.
And, Michael Alejandro collects cat-shaped rocks. You
I
also wrote
don't-
that down.
I have mystery on my thing here.
You have as in your level in the purview.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I'm only rank 1. So, sorry, was that...
Intelligence plus mystery.
Okay.
Roll high.
Some.
I'm
4
roll-
intelligence, but yeah.
Yeah, 4 intelligence. I'm the son of Odin. Also, I'm a doctor. I only got 2 successes from not having my epic. So,
You're not, but you can then
ask
so.
questions.
The player may then ask her storyteller pointed specific questions about various events that have occurred in game, 1 question per success on the roll. The storyteller may, so it can be quite terse, but I must answer them honestly and directly. Using this purview cannot reveal facts about things that will happen in the future. That's prophecy. Nor can a character use it to gain insight into events that don't concern either her or members of her heroic band.
Cool.
Not a major problem there. The player can use this effect to gain knowledge only once per story. She can re-roll a failed roll until she gets successes, but on a bot she gets no information and cannot use it again. So you can ask me 2 specific questions.
So ask where the mother is.
That was going to be one of my questions. Where is
Mm-hmm.
Herman's mother?
On Earth.
Exact location.
Well,
Is that the second question?
he doesn't have to answer that because it's not directly linked to you.
No,
or
it is.
your
It is directly
Correct.
linked to a member of the band, so I can't. It's not an invalid
Band.
question.
I play drums.
with balls.
We're a
On
band.
people's face.
He's on bass. He's the bass player.
Right. Yes. Trying to come up with the answer. My brain just supplied. Your princess is in another castle.
Thanks, Brain.
You're welcome.
No. You are not getting the princess is in another castle as your answer.
There's a lot of castles.
That's not especially helpful.
In character right now, I'm just like...
How does he do that with his eyes?
Magic. Or he's really high. Contact lenses. So shadows. Mr. Shadow. Spain.
Old's Watch.
Sorry, what?
Old's Watch. Chance you get that.
Second question.
Where's that?
Damn it! How do you know me so well?
Yeah, I mean, you could ask that, or you could.
Or
Is this Minotaur a threat to us?
Yeah. What manner of creature is Vostok?
I feel like if I ask that, and he has to give me some
Your
sort
brain
of
might
answer.
explode.
Well, it's not that, but it kind of puts a dent in the story, doesn't it? I want it to be a surprise.
It doesn't have to be specific.
What's the Minotaur's name?
Joe!
What can kill Vostok?
Time.
Well, where is Vostok? That's a good one. We can find out where he is.
Here. Shit!
He's Joe!
Behind you!
Yeah, let's do that. Where is Vostok?
Old's Watch.
Wow, bugger.
Someone got an atlas.
So,
So,
Edward is having a mild seizure.
And I kind of shake out of it and go, Old's Watch.
Sorry,
What?
what?
Old's Watch.
What is that?
I have no idea.
Is that a type of beetroot? Come on.
I think it's a place.
Cool. Has anyone got an atlas?
time to ask Jeeves, I think.
Is that? I mean, we'd have to go to a computer cafe. We could just get a road map or something.
There is something, though.
Yeah.
It's where his mum is.
Yeah.
It's also where the big V is.
Oh, that's
How do you know?
great. Magic.
You asked me to ask my dad.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that's what
didn't.
happened.
She did.
See, look, yeah. Anyway, well, that's really convenient because we can go there, we can rescue the woman, we can beat up the bad guy, or go home for tea and pancakes.
Might I suggest that we rope in Hades Man? Is that Alejandro?
His name's Statue Man.
Statue Man, sorry. If we could. If
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. If you just want to tell him and
hope that he does it for us.
yeah.
So we're going back to New York?
Well, no, we need to find out where this place is.
We need to find out where this place is. Maybe he'll know where this place is.
Well, let's get an atlas. Let's have a look. To the thrift store.
Yeah, okay, let's go. We're going to hunt down an atlas, I think, at this point in time and see.
Okay.
I go to the index and an atlas.
Make me a legend roll to try and find.
To see if you happen
can,
to come across it.
you can locate an atlas for certain.
I actually got 3 successes on 3 dice.
Actually, to be fair, this is in the 90s. Yeah, you can probably.
Just I was going to say.
public library
I was going. That was what I was
with an
saying. Let's go
atlas.
to the public library
So,
rather than thrift
yes.
shop.
You successfully find a public library, and you successfully find an atlas,
And it's open
Nice.
because it's daytime.
Yes?
and it's open because it's the daytime.
And I go to
It's
the
not a
index.
joke. 'Cause
I
it's
go
nice.
to the index and I look for Old's Watch. Not that I know how it's spelt. So I'm going to start with A and see if there's any places named Old's Watch on it.
Oh, ALD.
Yeah,
Yeah, ULD.
Well, that's the next one.
that's the next one.
He's going to try all the.
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
it's got a
vowels.
silent Q.
I'm going to try. Should this be
Try
intelligence?
all of the vowels.
Intelligence investigation?
Okay, well, if we're at the library, I'm going to go look about stuff about Minotaurs.
You're going to read up about
How to
Minotaurs.
take care of
Yep.
your Minotaur.
Care and feeding. Make a legend roll. Do
How
you
to train
find
your Minotaur.
care and feeding of your Minotaur?
Is your father one of those people that refuses to pronounce H's at the beginning of words?
Yeah, good do.
Old Watch.
You do not find a book entitled Care and Feeding of Your Minotaur. You do find a number of different things about Minotaurs and
Minotaurs for dummies.
that
Care of magical
in
creatures.
most of them they are like scary monsters.
Yep, terrifying. Big,
Yep.
scary. Yep.
Terrifying, big, hulky, like 9 foot tall.
I like his little nose.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So you got 3 successes on legend roll of finding something useful. Atlas, I was saying at the time, but actually, as pointed out, that's probably not that hard. So, yeah, you are going through the. You're sort of wandering around. Edward's thumbing through the library trying to figure out how to spell something he's only heard.
It's a very good thing. Yeah.
you're getting a little bored, wander towards the entrance to see what's going on, and you spot a
Brochure.
Oh,
literally.
nice.
You spot a brochure, one of those. They've got that rack of touristy brochures
Leaflets
of things,
and stuff.
leaflets for things
like a good
in the area,
With tokens on.
and one of them is for Old's Watch, OLDS,
Ah.
haunted Park.
Ooh. Is it like an amusement park?
Yeah,
Thematic.
it is an amusement park. It's once you have a look at it, it appears to be an amusement park themed around a sort of teen horror series produced by the same company that did Vostok's Chance.
Ah, guys, I found it.
And yes, it does have a haunted castle.
Nice.
Not that anyone actually other than you guys mentioned castle. But there's a haunted castle. And various other.
Found it. Where is it? Does it say an address?
Yes, because it's a brochure.
It's really nearby. It's only 3 hours up the road.
Given this is
The States.
the States, yeah, pretty much. It's only like half a day's drive away.
Oh, right. We're in Illinois, aren't we?
You're in Illinois.
So it is in another state.
It's in another state. Yes.
Back towards New York, or
Providence, Rhode Island. I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my head.
Right, great. It is further west, southwest of you.
Yeah, anyway, here it is.
and I'm just like, how on God's green earth?
Luck.
You're asking that question, really?
Yeah, valid point.
Whoever's got the phone, do you just want to phone the statue man and say, look, he's there. Go get him, Tiger.
I mean, it's not a bad shout.
I don't think it will work like that.
Well, we can tell him, and then we'll go anyway.
We're going anyway. We're going to go find Herman's mother.
There you go, Herman. Here's the leaflet.
Fair enough.
Get your
I'll,
phone out.
You said that people were in contact with you with regards to this as well.
They're in Finland, though.
Yeah. It's, I suppose.
It might just be worth telling them where we found them.
Yeah, save them doing their investigation.
And they might have contacts over here to send reinforcements. I don't think this is going to be easy if Vostok really is there.
So yeah, first of all,
Okay,
I'll
you phone.
phone Sylvie.
Okay, you phone Sylvie. Hi.
Right. So one of my friends over here has done some investigating, and we think we've tracked her down to a place called Old's Watch, which isn't too far from here.
Okay. Great. How'd you figure? How'd you get that?
He has his ways.
Very particular set of skills.
Cool. Well, great. I'll call the others and say they can come home.
Now we happen to know that she's also with someone who's very powerful.
Right.
I've got 4 friends over here. Any extra help you could offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, we should probably call Ricky too. Yeah, the 4 friends is obviously the 3 of us and Joe.
Oh, Ricky. Poor Ricky.
He chose his bed.
Right. I'll talk to the others and see what we can do, but know Sabad can pull some interesting tricks when he needs to, but I've already had them chasing off after this for you. They're not really beholden to you or me.
I understand.
I'll ask and see what they're willing to do. But you may well be on your own on that one.
Okay. Anything you can manage. Fantastic. Thank you for all your help so far. Regardless.
Right. I'll give them a ring and see what they can find out. You do what you can. Try not to get yourself killed. Mother would not forgive me. Trust me, she has a really long memory. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay. How did that go?
Well, they've obviously called off their search in Finland, but I'm not sure where we're getting any additional help from that direction.
It was worth an ask.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's the second ask. Where's that business card? I'm gonna ring him.
Okay, you ring. You get a cheerful young woman. So clearly not
Daughter.
not the daughter answering the question. Answering the phone. What question? Answering the phone,
And then the question.
and then possibly some questions. Hello, Alessandro Industries. How may I help you?
I need to speak to Mr. Alessandro.
I'm afraid he's rather busy.
Just if you could just give him a quick message and say
I'm the
Cat
Power Ranger.
and Vostok. I'm sure he'll take my call.
Sounds like
just-
code.
Just to say Cat and Vostok, and I'm sure he'll take my phone call.
Oh, you should have said it's Mr. Vostok on the phone. That would make it look good.
What?
Right, sir. Just give me a moment, sir.
Weirdo.
You get a hold. You get a hold tone.
Well, I'll tell you what I want really good.
Meant to become one.
No, it's probably something more classical.
Dun, dun, dun. That's quite suitable for a panty.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, why not? Yes, you're getting right at the Valkyrie.
Excellent. I'm going to put it on loudspeaker because as Edward, it would be really enjoying this as well.
It's unfortunately not the best rendition, not the best,
Yeah.
quality recording of Ride of the Valkyries, given that it's coming through a
really bad mobile phone at time.
What's mobile? Something like that.
It's not a ringtone.
Not a ringtone, but still.
Synthesized.
And after a moment, you will get. Hello, sir?
Yes, yep.
Who is this actually speaking?
Edward Percival.
Okay, please give me another moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Then the music disappears again, and you will hear a slightly more familiar voice.
Not familiar to me.
Yeah. Oh, no, not familiar to, well, familiar to other people,
Yeah.
but they'll hear it if you put it on a
It's on
speakerphone.
loudspeaker at the moment.
Mr. Percival. Even for you, I only have so much time. What is it?
We found Vostok, or at least we think we found Vostok. I'm told that might be of interest to you. Apparently something to do with a cat and a bomb.
Right. Goods? Where?
A place called Ald's Watch.
That means nothing to me.
And I read the address on the leaflet. It's some sort of amusement park for haunted thing. It's owned by the same film company or something or other that does the Vostoks.
How tasteful. Unfortunately, I don't have any resources I can direct to you right now. But this may well be a very, very good time to make a move. It seems that Vostok is trying to take advantage of my relative weakness. Or at least I assume it's him. The power seems of the same type. There are a number of forces trying to gain access to locations that I have been tasked with protecting.
Hence why your resources are drawn elsewhere.
Indeed.
I mean, Vostok has resources of his own. He has a crazy spider thing. Nearly killed us. But I think we nearly killed it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm starting to sound like Lisa. Apologies.
He does not laugh.
I do.
Yeah, you do. Colin does, but right. I need to devote what I have to making sure that what I have stays mine, or my father's.
What about your crazy daughter?
Matilda!
Matilda.
God, no.
Can we borrow her? Apparently she's pretty nifty in a pinch.
What?
She will be with me.
So you can't spare anything?
Unfortunately not, but as I say, if he's devoting as much of his resources as it appears to this, he may well be leaving himself somewhat open.
Something tells me if he was strong enough to hurt you, then he's probably too strong for us. But we'll give it a good old college try, as they
What's
say.
he trying to do? Does he know what he's doing?
Does Vostok know what he's doing? What's he trying to do?
Well, Vostok, the power that assailed me was not Vostok's. He may have directed it, but it was not his. I could tell that much. His power is greater than yours, but together you may stand a chance.
Okay. Well, thank you for the assistance, or not assistance as the case may be.
I'm sure you were really helpful, thank you!
If we die, we'll tell him where you are.
That was weird.
He knows where he
What a
is.
weird bomb to his hand.
Well, I didn't know that, did I?
Right.
I wanted to sound like scary on the phone as I put the
Someone
phone down.
text Ricky to say where we're going, and
You successfully sound confusing on the phone.
That's what I also am aiming for. This has been a long week. I've been in jail. There's been a lot of stressful situations. Edward's
you
not at his
okay?
best.
You're not making a lot of sense.
Just need a holiday. It's been a bit much.
Okay, well, we're going to go to the theme park, so that's going to help. And then we're going to kick this guy's ass, and then you can have a holiday and go home. Maybe just
Can I make a Muria-esque
And drink some
suggestion? And God forbid me for saying this, but we need armour and armaments.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that spider kicked our backside.
Yeah, I don't want to get stabbed again.
No. So I suggest that we get Ricky, we find
guns. Find guns.
we find an outfitter store that will provide us with body armour
Cool.
and... I mean, I'm not worried about guns. I've got my own weapon, but...
So you just had a couple of army dudes. They're probably at the airfield about now.
Yeah.
So your mates
Just saying.
that are kitted out, that have kit
Guns.
to deal with stuff.
On an Uzi.
They might have some military... I might have some contacts to get some military-grade equipment.
It depends on how you want to approach this problem. If you want to buy equipment in
And leave a nice, obvious trail of some people who are crazy, taking stuff and causing trouble.
It's America. It's a Saturday.
Let me make some phone calls. And I go off and I phone some people. and I'm going to acquire some basically tactical gear in terms of tactical.
Make me a
Yes.
charisma.
Why did you choose charisma? That's like my worst stat.
Unless you want to try and make it of something else. My default is going to be probably charisma presence, unless you can persuade me that it's something else. Remember, you can stunt things.
Are we still floating about kind of library woods, or have we left?
I'm assuming you've at least gone outside of the main library
Yeah.
to make some phone calls.
Yes, I've gone away from
playing tinny.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
What do you
wrong.
mean? This is the library in America. We can rent guns there.
I would like to attempt to do this as manipulation rather than.
Okay, describe.
So basically, I'm calling these guys who are clearly owe me a favour, and they've, by coming to pick my sister up, they've essentially paid back that favour. But said favour was potentially saving their lives at some point in time. As a doctor, though, not as anything else.
Yeah.
And I'm going to impress upon them that I really need this favour massively, and I'm going to attempt.
And they can totally call you in the future.
And yes, exactly that. And from then on, I would owe them one.
Keep swinging.
Yeah, and then I'm going to try to use a bit of manipulation there, rather than being charming. I'm going to try and manipulate it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you one die on that, and so that's point of legend, if you're down any, and yeah, you can.
All you can hear on the phone is, no, you guys owed me one, and a big one as well.
He's talking to his wife. Did you roll well, Dan?
I want to go and look for a first aid book.
I can teach you everything you need to know about first aid.
Maybe you're busy, and we're here.
7 successes.
Yay! That sounds good.
Well, I'd say a favour from someone with your.
I've also offered money as well.
$1 million.
Right. Let's see what we can do. I mean, depends on how heavy you want to go, really. Armour-wise.
That's not armor.
I mean, yeah, so, I mean, what do you want, and we'll see what we can get you, at least broadly what you want.
No. More importantly, what I'm after is standard attack gear. So, actual proper vest, stab-proof, bulletproof, attack vest.
Yeah. Yeah, they're easy enough.
Yeah. Maria obviously wants guns. I'm not overtly concerned about guns myself.
Guns.
And I'm obviously realised that Ricky and Herman don't need guns. So for me, it's more about the protection side of things.
Okay.
So I'm looking for tactical body armour. Obviously not going in full like bomb suit type body armour. Because I'm thinking obviously we're also in the 90s, so contacting my military friends, we're only going to get military grade stuff, so I can't be like asking for some absolute random stuff like I want a cyborg suit.
No, you cannot get.
I mean, you can ask.
You can
They won't
ask.
have
They're
one.
not going to have an exosuit, you know.
But general, a well kitted out tactical team is what I'm aiming at.
We talking reach and clear, or we talking more general?
We're talking close quarters.
Get grenades. Grenades.
We're talking danger close. Like what... Oh, am I on the phone to the guy now?
Yeah.
Like what you and your team used to do. Danger close. We're going in somewhere. We're going in fairly hard. We're going in fairly heavy.
Flashbangs.
And we need to be in and out. And I need the protection to let us do that.
SWAT shields.
SWAT shields are heavy. We want to be able to move fast. But also be able to be protected.
I'll take a SWAT shield.
They are heavy.
They are very heavy. I've actually had one. I've actually carried one. It's very, very heavy. For something that looks like it's just made of plastic, it's extremely heavy.
Well, that's because it's not just made of
Plastic.
plastic. It's made of really tough and reinforced plastic designed to stop bullets
And bricks.
and bricks. But you know, bricks. You could probably stop bricks with something considerably lighter.
Yes, you probably
Like
could.
Maria.
Like Maria. Yes. Wait, what?
Actually, she's not that light.
Got me a
No, I got
She's
hit by
pretty dark.
I got hit by Maria. She's not that light.
Get a crowd control shield.
But yeah,
I feel a shield.
I imagine that Lisa's going to have the same problem that I was having the other day, which is you get your like tack vest and you put it on and you realise that you can basically swim in it. Because I spent so long trying to put all the buckles and everything tighter down. Nope.
Do you know how you adjust a real tack vest?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Velcro pad in the back that you open out and then pull round and pull tight. I used to have a stab vest for work, so so you tighten up the vest. There's actually
I used to have a stabbed vest for work. What a lie.
yeah. So there's actually Velcro straps that you pull in tighter and they pull in.
They will probably ask you some, important details like how big are the people.
Yeah. I'll,
And it's like, right, so 5 6 foot guys, yeah, and we're like,
no, and I start doing. Yeah, and start like dishing out some
small,
numbers.
medium, small, large, medium.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm like, you know how big I am, but I've got.
But I'm the big.
I've got a small Japanese man, a small Chinese girl. I was doing Ricky.
Oh, right.
I've got a Mexican. Don't know how big. Yeah, it's about that big. And then I've got a Finn. Yeah, you can do that.
is he a thin fin?
They're all the same fins. They got one size. Finish. Welcome to Finland. We only have one size. What? I don't know. Don't know what's happening.
Get back in your box.
Why? Okay, right. Cool. We're gonna dust off soon.
Yeah.
I'll put some cores in, and I'll let you know. It's going to be a few hours before we can get that kind of stuff together. I'm going to have to figure out how to transfer some. Look, if you can get some money, you get that. If you can sort that money into our account, that'll help me get things moving.
I'll have the money in your account within an hour.
Great, do that, and then we'll get things
Let's get a bank.
rolling. Yeah, we can.
He has people for that.
I'll see what we can do.
Excellent. Look forward to hearing from you.
It's not exactly going to be frontline kind of military gear, but this is
Anything to help.
Better than nothing.
And
it'll be better than surplus. We'll give you that.
excellent. Thank you. I definitely owe you one now.
Cool.
Great.
So
did you get my riot shield?
no, I don't think there's going to be a riot shield, but we will at least be kitted out to a point. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he's going to make some calls. I'm now in debt. I hate being in debt, but
Took one for the team there.
just a little bit.
Okay.
I might suggest that we get some medical gear as well.
Yeah, about that.
She is quite injured.
Is she?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Alright.
Actually, not. She's got. And I explain all the injuries.
It's mostly just one fairly deep wound in her.
She got a deep wound in her side.
What? We need to have a look into that immediately.
I don't think you didn't look into it. It's kind of gross.
Well, we need to make sure it's not infected.
I can see wounds, you see.
You can also see dead people, can't you?
Yeah, dead
Yeah.
people, wounds.
You see all of the jolly things.
I can see things.
Maria, I'm beginning to understand you a lot more every time you open your mouth.
I know.
It's fantastic.
It's worrying, isn't it?
Yes. Miss Tang, we probably should look at that.
Okay, fine.
But probably not here in a library.
No, good. We're agreed on that.
To the doctors.
No, we don't need a doctor. But I will need probably sutures, some medical gear. You can probably go get that from the thing, from the pharmacy. That's it, correct. Thank you.
Cool.
Okay. Don't
Are
worry.
you in the drugstore?
Yes. And something to disinfect the wound and my hands and some gloves.
I once saw a man tie up his own gunshot wound.
I don't need
with
to know
cable
this.
tie.
Nope.
I mean, I
Nope.
won't go for the cable tie route.
Nope.
But
Nope.
Yeah. Great.
super glue. We need super glue.
Super glue actually was invented for that very
Yeah,
purpose.
exactly. Right, I'll go to the drugstore.
Yes,
I'll
if
be
you
back.
could.
It is, however, awful at sticking the wheels back on the skateboard.
Excellent. Well, Miss Tank, let's get you back to the hotel and have a look at this wound. If you could get the supplies from the drugstore, and we'll see if we can't patch you up.
To the drugstore.
Okay. Yes, you can get some supplies. That's not going to be difficult.
Didn't go to 3 years of nursing school for nothing.
Excellent. You can assist me.
Oh yes, Doctor.
Herman.
Get the latex gloves out.
I'm staying out of this one.
Alright, Miss Tang, show us the wound. Let's have a look. And I'm cleaning my hands in the
I'll
motel
also
sink.
clean my hands in vodka. No.
Vodka's actually
Probably.
suitable.
Here, drink this.
Alcohol gel, you know.
Yeah, I am actually going to give you.
So yeah, she did pretty much just kind of get stabbed in there.
Yeah.
So
It looks pretty awful, basically.
It's a
What-
couple. It's,
what's
it's
mine-
2 levels of lethal. It's not going to have gone as deep as it probably should have done, given the force behind it. But because hey,
Given my medical background, what do I make of the situation?
it's so you can see fairly easily. It doesn't immediately look like a particularly deep wound. It's certainly not life-threatening. It doesn't appear infected, and it appears to have sort of
Just needs stitches.
scabbed over and stuff. It's it's clotted up. Okay, it probably needs cleaning up and stitching.
Okay.
Um,
This I can do.
I really like that shirt.
And I will assist.
So, yes, Mr. Corley, if you could give me some disinfectant, we're just going to... Right, and I give her something to bite down on. This could hurt, because we're going
Staying really still.
it's good. We're just going to open it up a little bit and give it a good old clean out and make sure there's no serious permanent damage. And...
Assistance! 2 successes.
Actually, that wasn't the finest roll. I've only got 4 successes at the moment. But,
Thinks you're ending up with an awesome scar.
I'm staying still.
No, I'm gonna-
What I am doing.
Epic stamina will probably get rid of that one. If
I'm spending I'm going to spend a legend point and re-roll that because I love Miss Tang.
I've got 2 successes.
That's a lot better. There we go. That's a lot better. So I got 6 successes that
Staying
time.
really still.
okay, yeah,
Helping by not moving.
I,
Or in fact talking.
Do you have to roll to stay still?
my character
If you
is
roll
a
with
military
me.
field surgeon, so I should be able to stitch up a wound on somebody who's sitting still.
Yeah, unusually quiet. It's the concentration of sitting still.
yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's not as painful as it probably should be, but then epic stamina, and 6 successes from the person doing it. Yeah, you can clean it up, flush it out. Yeah, get it stitched up.
Super glue.
No super glue.
You could if you wanted.
Probably would have to use super glue because without the needle would go through her skin.
You could do that.
Probably
Yeah,
push it.
you could do that. I'm not going to.
Go into
I'm
the
not that.
science
I'm
of
not that
cutting hard
tough.
skin.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
trying to
not
put.
that tough.
If it was someone of significantly higher
Yeah.
If I was made of rocks,
ability,
I mean, to be honest,
Which I'm
if we were dealing with someone like that, they'd probably be mostly healed already anyway on their own accord.
But yeah, it's still going to take a while for this to heal, but it's at least cleaned up and stitched.
We're all good here.
I mean, honestly, you'd be
Well done,
saying
you were very brave.
that for a human, you'd be looking at probably a week or 2 for this to heal. You haven't had very much experience in how quickly
stitching up the Scion.
so you're not quite sure how long this is going to take her to get better. But
Human.
week or 2 for a normal human. It's not it's not a massively serious deep wound. It doesn't appear to have gone.
You'll be okay, Miss Tang. Take off the gloves. Put them in the bin.
thanks.
You're all stitched up and good to go.
That'll be £10,000.
No.
But I don't have any pounds, so
First of all, the Hippocratic Oath. I should assist. Second of all, I'm British and we have the NHS, so it's free.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, apologies. Sometimes I just don't get it. I just always miss that social cue.
Alright, we're going to Southwest then.
We are heading to Ward's Watch, I guess.
picking Ricky up first.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ricky's at the station. I think another night of rest before you get on the road, and also give a chance for my friend to get back to
What
me.
if he moves?
Yeah, I think.
He's unlikely to move.
Well, we're just
Well,
going to have
she's
to
come
risk
all
it.
the way from.
Finland.
When did she go missing?
Yesterday.
It was.
No, it's why you were in New York, wasn't it?
Days ago.
Yeah.
2-3 days ago.
It was before we did the raid on the water treatment plant.
Okay.
I think it was just before that.
Yesterday.
I wonder if he's here because we are, or if we're here because he is.
Probably a little bit of both.
Joe, the Minotaur, is kind of sitting in the room, looking around at you guys. He appears to have managed to steal some a packet of a
Milk
couple
duds.
of no, not milk duds, cheese puffs.
Oh, okay.
You're not entirely sure where he got them from. You're not sure you actually have any of those. So
I'll
yeah,
bear that in mind that he likes them.
he's nicked them from somewhere. You're not.
Good skills.
Larceny, Dex.
Told you I liked him.
Yeah, he's just sitting there chewing on a cheese puff the size of his head.
Ah, even I think that's kind of cute.
See? Told you it's good.
Okay. So, do we want to move now? Or do we want to wait until the morning?
Well, unless we've got any other preparations that we can be doing now, we may as well start moving, because otherwise aren't we wasting time?
Yeah. I'm sure if
Get in the car then.
I'm sure if my friends come through, they can get it to wherever we are.
Alright.
Okay, let's go get Ricky.
Well, whatever they're getting for you, we can always pick it up from wherever
Oh,
nearby.
blast. Forgot to tell the statue man, to tell Trishita that her sister was dead.
Nah.
No.
That's a problem for future us.
Okay, then onwards and upwards to Herman's mother.
Maybe some of the others will do that.
Maybe.
Death and glory and whatnot.
No.
I don't plan to die.
No one plans to die.
No, that's true.
Let's go get Ricky. Let's go.
People do. That's why they take out, like, insurance and stuff.
Is that planning to die or is that being prepared to die? Yeah. Semantics, I think, at this point in time.
Right.
Who's driving?
I said shotgun.
So not you then. I'm not going to drive unless you want me to, because I'm sitting still and behaving myself. Honest. Also, I'm totally going to sit in the back and have a chat with Joe.
Okay, Ricky can
He
drive.
doesn't actually speak.
No, I know, but
You're going to talk at the Minotaur
Yep.
for the entire journey.
Poor Minotaur. Rather him than me.
After a while, you're not entirely sure that he's paying attention. He appears to have gone back to pretending to be a statue.
You know, he looks like one of the monkeys out of Hear No Evil, See No Evil. So let's get Ricky then. Let's go. Driving on the road. Music.
please don't drive like that. I thought you wanted me to sit still.
Go-kart steering wheel.
Cool. So you
Begin our journey to rescue Herman's mum.
brilliant.
And kill Vostok.
That's your aim.
I mean, is that actually a room?
Yes.
Considering all the stuff he's put us through, I'm going to say that we double tap this one.
Okay.
You don't have to watch that bit.
Well, just like fighting the angry spider monster thing was fighting an angry spider monster thing. Plus, she stabbed me, and we still didn't kill her. Whereas he's kind of a guy.
Well, we don't know that. It could
Yeah,
be an
no.
evil.
He could be an evil
Creature.
spider thing.
Could be the male Spider-Man.
No,
one's ever
because if
actually
it's
seen
actually a proper spider thing, then she probably would have eaten him.
Valid point. Valid point. The female species is more deadly than the male.
I paid attention in biology class.
I've heard that somewhere before.
It's a song.
Is it a song?
The female of the species is more deadly than the male. So it goes. Shock, shock, horror, horror, shock. That's how it goes.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
real.
an actual
That's
thing?
an actual song,
Yes,
yes.
I believe it was space.
Yeah, it's a real song. I've been
Ladies and gentlemen,
Andrew Percival.
well, you said we were in a band.
Anyway, so yes, along the way, you'll get a message through from Sylvie saying that unfortunately she's not been able to secure any additional help, but
She sends us good thoughts.
Good
Thoughts
luck.
and prayers.
Good luck, guys. Thumbs up emoji. I know emojis don't exist yet.
They don't.
No, but you can make a smiley face
You
with
can.
an equals in a bracket.
yeah, you can. But she will.
We die.
You die. Ah,
I
yes.
disagree.
No. All I've managed is basically yes, all been a text message. All I've managed to get is choose your gifts wisely. Mother, and then so that's in quotes, and then afterwards, Mother's teachings can sometimes be rather frustratingly vague.
Thanks, back. Thanks.
TY.
Yeah, next.
You will get a call as you're on your way there. That, yeah, he's managed to get his hands on some gear. Where do you want it? We can get it to somewhere just outside of Pekin, or
I'll give him the address for Ald's Watch and say we're heading here along, and I give him the route that we're currently travelling on.
relevant group.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where along there can he drop it off? And then I'm assuming he'll give us a...
Rendezvous point.
Yeah, he gives you a rendezvous point. He actually gives you a rendezvous point as a... He literally is sending you latitude, longitude
Figured he would.
to here,
Mhm.
which you have to look up on the map and find it's basically a sort of side road
Yeah.
off. And yeah, there are two vehicles. One is a fairly large sort of work van kind of thing, transit kind of thing.
Yep.
The other one is a pretty nondescript car. There is a guy leaning against the van as you drive up.
Okay. Guys, actually, Marie, you probably know more about this kind of stuff than I do. Let's go speak to the man.
Cool. We go and speak to the man.
Yes.
Looks between the blokes walking up and goes, right, which one of you's Ed?
That'll be me, sir.
I'll stay in the car.
Right. Okay. You want some stuff? Points to the car. Nothing particularly fancy, but can take a few hits. Eats gas like it's going out of fashion, but, you know, it's what you pay for. And then he pulls open the side of the van and starts basically just hauls out some
Yeah.
gear. It is, as you asked for, some fairly heavy
Excellent.
combat gear, plus a selection of weapons. So it's 5 sets of combat gear.
Let's go, team.
Go gadget team.
That is each of it going to be soak of 2 lethal, 2 bashing, and a mobility penalty of 1.
I hope someone's writing this down because I forgot my pencil tonight.
Yeah.
I've got a plan for them.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so we've got armour and it's bashing, soak of 2.
3, I said.
Oh, bashing soak of 3
Yeah.
and a lethal soak of 2.
At least I think that's what I said. I'm sure someone can disagree with me. It's been recorded.
And mobility -1.
Yeah.
So I assume that means we're just 1 slower on when we're doing actions.
Yes.
Or is it a, like, dex penalty or something?
It's basically a dexterity penalty. Let me find the appropriate things for armor. Mobility penalty deducts dice from actions that would suffer because of flexibility, loss, or extra weight, climbing, acrobatics, and the like. So it doesn't necessarily subtract from your combat rolls.
Mm-hmm.
It does subtract from your dodge DV.
Okay.
It will also have a fatigue value of 1, but probably we don't worry about that too much. Basically, if you're trying to wear this stuff for really long periods, it's going to get exhausting.
No, oh yeah, of course you didn't take any hits. Right, makes sense. So mobility -1. Okay, that's recorded. We have body armour.
You have some fairly heavy body armour. It's nowhere near the full-on riot gear stuff, but
It's better than a kick in the teeth, quite literally.
yes. Other than that, there are a couple of shields.
Yay! Got a shield.
I would also take a shield because it would look fantastic
With your
with my
spear.
spear. Are there any slightly smaller circular ones?
Yeah, so he's got 2 shields. One is a big, heavy kind of riot
shield.
It's a step up from a riot shield.
Right.
This is.
Or is it a ballistic shield?
It's
As in, like the big solid sort of metal ones with the grills in them that they.
pretty much
Right.
Yeah, this is heavy. This is heavy stuff, and the other one is something smaller in design, but same sort of design but smaller. So it's more manoeuvrable.
I'll take me one of those.
Cool.
I want the big boy shield.
Okay, you have a shield that's probably as big as you are. Do you have
Yay!
any epic strength?
No, but I've got 3 normal strength.
You're going to struggle with the shield. Just saying. It is really too heavy.
If you've saved up your points, now's a good time to get an epic point of strength.
Alright, I don't take the shield then. Yeah, I don't take it then.
He also has...
Are there weapons there for Maria's taste, though?
There are also a selection of weapons.
Is there a broadsword?
There is not a broadsword.
Oh.
Because you were... he was briefed to get you...
Uzis.
Combat, sensible people's combat weapon,
What does my shield do, by the way?
So that'll add 1 to your DVs.
1 to my DV?
Yeah.
So basically it balances out my -1 to my mobility. I'll take that. And it's going to look cool as hell when I'm like...
Yeah.
Just letting the viewers know now what I'm going to be doing.
So you can have... So the melee weapons, there are knives.
Cool.
So decent sized, actually, combat knives.
I have one of those.
Okay.
So, are they palming the stuff out of the van, or are they giving us the van as well?
No, the van says.
Right.
We've got what sounded like a fairly well-plated car, though.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
there is a vehicle.
There is
that
a
is
vehicle.
for us.
So I kind of signal you two to come out the car and come and start choosing your gear, because it's almost like Christmas, you know.
Yeah.
Come pick your presents.
So, there's pistols, there's automatic rifles, there's probably there's only so many options here for weapons, but that's fine because you can just basically work with different things. So there is an SMG kind of weapon, a couple of those. There's 5 pistols, just standard small.
I'll have the Uzi. Uzi and a big knife.
Uzi and a big knife. Okay.
She's a woman of class, is Maria.
There's probably actually 2 or 3 of those because there's a couple of those and then a couple of more. So you've got a choice between something that's capable of. So the Uzi is more sort of close up, and then he's got a couple of the weird looking guns from Goldeneye. It's actually one of the ones listed in here, the FNP90, which I think is basically, it's either the same model or a very closely related one. It's that weird looking.
The RCP90. Is that right?
I can't remember what it was called in there, but it was something like that. Yeah, and it was this weirdly shaped gun. But anyway, yeah, he's got a couple of those. Which actually the description of it in here is, it looks funny, but it's a comfortable and reasonably accurate gun.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple of those, and a couple of M16s. So.
Cool.
So,
What guns are you guys getting?
yeah.
Yeah. What are people picking up?
Well, I've just picked up the shield.
Yeah.
That's
He
it.
also has some flashbang and smoke grenades.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll pick up a selection. I'll pick up a selection of those as well.
Yeah, I'll take the.
Basically, you just go. That one is it's not so much that is it just and
Here's
here is
a
a box.
case. Yeah.
And here is a box with some things in. Don't stand too close when they go bang. Or at least don't stand too close when those ones go bang. Those ones don't really go bang, but he'll tell you what they all are and basically give you a brief.
Yeah,
He'll give you a very brief explanation of what they do, but he's clearly not bothering too much with the
yeah.
finer details of. Let's face it, if it blows up in your hand, he's expecting you're not going to be able to find him to argue with him about it.
Excellent.
And frankly, by the sounds of it, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be his problem.
No. So what's Lisa Tang grabbing hold of?
I like the idea of flashbangs and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, probably some sort of knife would be good, and definitely a pistol.
Okay. So the knives, I'm going to run off the Hadzak's line, so that's accuracy +1, damage +2 lethal, defense 0, speed 4.
Yes.
Plus, defense is +1 to your DV as well, isn't it?
Defense.
Not if it's 0.
No, yeah, but if you've got +1
The
defense on a
standard
weapon.
thing adds half. It effectively adds half because it adds. It adds 1 effectively to the dice if you're calculating. Because you kind of calculate your dice pool and half it. It adds 1 to your dice pool. Or end to your dice pool. But yeah, when it's 0, that's not much difference. Pistols are accuracy +1, damage +3.
Yep.
Sorry.
Def 0, speed.
0, yeah.
No speed 4 as well?
Speed 4, yes.
Has he got a range?
Range 20 or whatever.
Cool.
Sort of think what to do with the damage. So I said that the whatever. Yeah. So I think that by standard they won't add. It won't be X plus because it doesn't make sense to add your strength to your to the damage a bullet does. Well, probably says somewhere that you don't. So it's just 3.
It was Dex and Marks, wasn't it?
That's a hit, yes.
Yeah.
But the damage is...
So it would just damage would just be successes plus the 3 damage.
yes.
Yeah.
And also means you're not adding epics and stuff to it, which is more of a concern at high levels, and you can get things that work around that.
Yeah. Pistol, bang, epic strength 5. Oh no, you're dead. What gun did you get? You got an Uzi, didn't you?
Uzi, yes. Okay, so that will be accuracy plus 0.
Woohoo!
Damage 3. Same damage, raw damage as the pistol. Range 30. Speed 5. The main thing that you can do that the pistol can't is pour out a lot of fire. I'm going to have to find out what the rules are for automatic fire in this game, because frankly in some games it's just shit. In other games, it's utterly fucking terrifying. Like, Cyberpunk 2020 was just like every it was like a percentile thing, and it was every certain amount above the target number that you got was an extra bullet that hit.
Yeah,
and
I
it
think
did full damage for each bullet, and
Yeah.
bullets really hurt in that.
Yeah, that, I mean,
I think I lost a character to someone getting lucky on full auto and like hit me 4 times with an assault rifle.
Ouch.
Yeah, paste.
Ouch.
I
There
did.
ain't no way I'm surviving.
My bike as a Ravenwing guy in Deathwatch was the same. It was like, fire the twin bolt guns every day.
Everything dies. Yes.
Is Herman viewing the wares?
Yeah, I'm going to take some of the armour, and I'll probably pick up one of each type of grenade. But, I'm quite content with my my weapon I'm backing myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so the auto fire rules are: if you do auto fire, you can either try and do it in a short control burst, where it just adds 1 die to your attack, effectively +1 accuracy.
Oh, right.
A long burst is +2 accuracy, and you can use it. You can effectively lose that benefit to just hit multiple targets.
Nice.
Sight tells me Maria's going to have fun.
So you can, if you could lose the benefit to do 2 attacks against 1 target.
Nice.
So lose the accuracy benefit to get 2 attacks against 1 target, or 1 attack against 2 targets.
That's quite fun.
Spray and pray.
It's not awful. It's not.
Just no one stand in front of Maria.
Yes, you've got a box of the grenades. You can sort out what grenades you're carrying.
Yeah, I've just put a flashbang smoke grenade on here and then.
Ammo.
Yep.
You have some ammunition. Armor. You can have.
Have some armour.
Nice.
So you have pistols. You have knives. There'll probably also be some like blasting.
Breaching charges.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You said you said the kind of things those guys were doing.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
It's like strips. You put it in a thing, and then you detonate. It blows a hole through things.
Yep.
So you can breach. It's a breaching charge.
Yep.
We'll take some of that.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Wrap it around your fist.
I want
somewhere.
to put it on the roof.
What?
I want
Just
to
wanna
put
blow
a big square on the roof and then stand in the middle
And be like, boom! Items.
Superhero landing.
Yep.
Nail.
Superhero landing. You can do superhero landing.
Oh, really hard on your knees.
That was a fun film. Isn't out yet in game.
No, it's
Not by
not.
a long shot.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm assuming Ricky's going to
Okay.
take his selection of body armour. and
Ricky, I've already written down some body armour for him, and we'll discuss weaponry if he wants any other weaponry.
He's a ninja, he'll want smoke bombs.
He is a ninja. I'm going to assume he's going to want some smoke. You can all have some smoke. There's like a dozen smoke bombs and a dozen flashbangs, so you can all have.
2 each.
You can all have 2 each and give two each to Joe if you want.
Running forward, holding the smoke grenades like Groot.
I'm going to give him a pistol.
He wouldn't be able to just launch backwards as he tries to pull the trigger.
I don't know, he's made of bronze, he's pretty sturdy.
Well, right now he's pretending to be a statue.
Fine.
I thank
I
the
believe
I
him.
thank the gentleman for his fine wares. And
We shoot him and
no, we don't.
Maria.
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
By making it worse.
How do you solve like I'm guessing giving
I've watched that show, Maria in a Nunnery.
Hide all the bottles would be.
I'm not sure whether that would make it worse or better. She wouldn't be drunk, but she'd be angry.
And poison for you.
Ah.
Sister Superior, Maria's drunk all the communal wine again. Maria!
Sounds like a terrible 19th sitcom.
Well done it.
Yeah.
Yep, so I thank him for his
Anyway,
wares.
yes.
Send him on his way.
And send him on his way. You
Yeah.
didn't see us, we didn't see you.
Yeah. I know the drill.
We will get back in the cars. Including the
new car.
The new car, which looks heavy and partially.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's actually, it's done a reasonable job of not looking like it's weighed down. But the moment you start to drive it, you're feeling it. Because A, it's really heavy and you can feel the engine going, and B, the suspension on this is like a rock.
Excellent. It's going to be an uncomfortable journey. We're driving into the lion's den.
It weighs like 3 times as much as it should do, so they've had to turn the suspension, and put in heavier suspension, and therefore they're just...
You arrive without a spine. It's shattered.
Yeah. We arrive taking 10 lethal.
As your spine is broken.
Then I guess we're on our way to destiny. Edward says in character, because,
Okay.
I thought we were going to Old Watch.
to destiny.
Where's that?
In Old Watch.
Oh, is that a ride?
Could be.
Is it in the brochure? I didn't look at the leaflet.
You look back.
Papers.
As he's driving off, and you're figuring out who's going to drive in what car. You turn around, you look back. The new car has a hood ornament.
Minotaur.
Nice.
Minotaur holding a combat knife.
Told you he was good. It's like a bayonet for a car.
And he's got horns, so I mean, it's just doubling up.
Good work, Joe.
Just giving a little thumb up.
Yeah.
Maria, you sure this Minotaur isn't yours?
Yes. 100%.
Look, he's got a little knife and everything.
Yep. He's not got any of the... he's not taken any of your knives.
Like the cheese puff, he's just randomly got a knife.
He's just randomly got... Possibly he stole it from the guy's van when he wasn't looking.
Excellent. Then onward. Once more into the breach, dear friends.
So you taking both the cars still?
Do we need both cars?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
You don't
We
need
could
both
take
of them.
both of them and then leave one of them a bit further
In
out.
fact, by
case
this
we
point,
need to
actually, if you've
switch.
got Wiki, you've got like 3 cars because you've got the car you hired, the car he hired, and the
The new one.
new one.
Can just go on a little convoy.
Well, if we have the ones that we had before and we don't take them in because we will not get that deposit back, then we can use those ones to leave after we've left with the other one, which might not. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Good.
We'll take all the cars. Come
When
on.
we're finished, we should probably
Drive off into
I
the
don't know,
sunset.
set light to the new one because evidence or something. I don't know.
We'll deal with that when we get there.
Yeah. None of us might be alive to see that anyway, so. Positive thinking.
That's not how it works.
Is it not? Yeah.
So who's driving different cars? I'm going to say Ricky's driving his muscle car.
Just
I can drive the hire.
I'll drive the armoured thing.
Cool. I think I'll ride shotgun in the armoured thing.
It's definitely less suspicious if I drive the hire.
Well, the armoured thing actually doesn't really look armoured. It just revs like a beast.
Yeah. And I have a license, but I haven't had it for long. Cool.
Excellent.
let's go.
To Aldwych.
Okay.
We'll mount up. Joe's still sitting on the front of the vehicle, or has he decided to get in now?
No, he's sitting on the front of the vehicle as a dramatic.
This is going to be fantastic.
Your car has a bayonet.
Fixed bayonets!
Is he on the armoured one, presumably?
Yeah, he's on the armoured vehicle. Because, it seemed cool.
Then we set off.
Make sure you
Hope we
don't
don't
fall
pass
off.
too many cop cars.
Yeah. Sir, why is there a Minotaur armed with a knife on the front of your car? He just wanted to get on the front.
Like, is there? I didn't notice, and he's gone.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Right.
So, you're driving the...
Yep.
You're driving the hire.
Mhm.
Okay.
You explode.
No, I'm just wondering what Joe's up to, and he doesn't try to do that.
That's fine. I'm just,
Yeah, he's on the other car.
Yep. Like I said, make sure you don't fall off.
Conscious that Joe's on the other car and I'm driving, I'm actually driving a little bit safer. I know we're trying to get to a destination, but I don't want Joe to fall off. I've actually secretly grown fond of the little Minotaur thing.
Cool.
Also, I wouldn't want to see Lisa upset by it falling off and me running it over.
Yeah. Plus, that would seriously puncture your tyres. I don't know what they're made of.
Yeah, I don't want flat.
Rocks.
That's what it feels like.
That's why the suspension's so bad.
Like the Flintstone.
It does feel like the car's made. It does feel a bit like the tire's made of rocks. Seriously, there's a reasonable chance they're just solid rubber.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you're sitting in this with me now, Herman?
Yep.
Control. Every.
Go Team North.
Oh, does that mean you're with me?
he got him with Ricky.
Ricky, or you riding with Lisa, or you were in the back of the...
Holding on to the top of the cup now. I'll probably be in with Ricky.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. That means I can have the stereo up as loud as I like and no one will shout at me.
want, what I really, really want.
Probably not.
No.
No Spice Girls.
I am for Lisa.
Scarpunk?
Yeah, probably. Something with a bit of bounce.
Cool.
All I can see in my rearview mirror is Lisa being like,
Pretty much.
No, she's sitting still. She was told to try and keep still by her medical professional.
Valid point, doctor's orders, try to,
Yeah.
She is resisting the urge. Now, the question is, are you tapping your foot? Is she just getting a bit closer and a bit
Maybe,
further
yeah.
away?
yeah, the car's
No,
like,
it's fine because it'll be an automatic, so she can tap her left as much as she likes.
Yeah, do you forget and tap your right?
Yeah.
yeah, every now and again she's like, it's like,
It's fine.
this doesn't move very fast,
It's a big
Lisa, please
road.
stop accelerating.
It's a big road, it's fine.
Anyway, yes. So, yeah, you approach... What's the time? Okay.
Our destiny.
Okay, so I'm going to do a brief description, then we'll probably call it there.
Okay.
So you approach Aldwych. It is a...
We'd probably hang
let's
back,
just
wouldn't
say
we?
the brochure paints it in a
More colourful light.
more flattering light.
Yeah.
It's run down.
It Either that or all the photos are just like 10 years old.
Also possible. In fact, possibly likely. It looks like this really out of...
It's a bit Scooby-Doo.
It's a bit Scooby. It's a bit Max Payne.
Oh, okay.
You remember?
I like it, yeah.
You know that bit in Max Payne 2?
Yeah.
The theme park for the John Muir show. It's a bit that kind of vibe.
Ooh,
It's dark. Yeah, you're actually getting there kind of mid-afternoon.
Yeah, somehow it's kind of grayed over a bit.
Somehow it's kind of... In fact, maybe perception minus false.
Ha! Because you are so nicely.
Do you? No, you're not botching.
Woo!
Okay.
No.
I actually have 2 successes.
I have 2 successes. I might spend a legend to re-roll that.
Is it worth re-roll?
Is it worth
How much
re-rolling?
legend have you got? Just, throwing it around.
2 successes. That's it.
I'll stick with my
Everyone
2.
gets
2, 3. Okay, yeah, it's a bit gloomy. It's a bit overcast. There, you can make out a number of lines. There's some sort of outline of a sort of a skeleton outline of a roller coaster. Honestly, looking at this place, you're not sure whether getting on that would be suicidal. You do notice a few cars in the car park. Apparently, it's not completely,
Dead.
completely dead. There are some
Abandoned.
people.
Might just be staff.
Might just be staff, but yeah, there's a few cars in the car park. Not a huge number, but some. Certainly, it was built to house more visitors than this. But the general sense is this very run-down place. You can see the skyline sort of mostly dominated by this, to your eye, ridiculously tacky faux castle. I'm not quite sure what other people are going to think, but you
I'm disgusted. I'm actually disgusted.
It's what an American... You can imagine sort of the American
Yeah.
haunted castle thing.
Yeah.
Built large.
Yeah.
You know, it's clearly been built by someone who's had the money to put the money into doing it, but it's... Even that manages to not just look wrong and somewhat tacky, but run down. Everything about it looks run down. The whole thing, the lights, over the front, there's at least a couple, there's like one letter that's out and one letter that's flickering on and off.
I mean, it could be that they've done it on purpose to make it kind of... No.
No, this is just plain awful.
Honestly, Lisa's probably more interested in the roller coaster. If we weren't here for, business. Kind of eyeing up the roller coaster.
The roller coaster kind of winds its way round and
The carriage falls off.
through the castle in some, at least one bit.
Like through the gateway above the portcullis. Or
Yeah, something like that. Just through an opening.
Do we see it run?
That kind of thing. If you wait there for long enough, yes, it will run. You can hear it sort of clunking along the tracks. It doesn't. It doesn't fall off.
But there's nobody in it.
There's a couple of people in it actually. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They seem to be having fun, but it's like again, it's like one of these sort of 5 cars you could fit. Depending, it's hard to see from this distance whether it's
4 people in each.
4 people each and 2 people in each, but it's 10 to 20 people's worth of, and yeah, there's 2 people in it.
So how are we doing this? Are we
well,
going
I am
in
going
as
to
visitors for the
right.
day?
So I'm going to assume you're going to pull up a little way out to actually have a conversation,
Yeah.
and I'm going to leave it there because Vicky is not here to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And tactics and tic-tacs.
And then we have
Tactics,
to wait till
tic-tacs.
you come back.
And you have to wait for me to go on a sinister scheming holiday.
Yep. Totally. Definitely.
Yeah, right.
Bluff.
Anyway, thank you guys, and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And see you in a month.
Oh, it sounds really long when you say it like that.